Hey, what's up, guys? It's a beautiful day today. I'm in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin. I believe that's how you say the name, right? Uh, Here for an art competition, and I just want to give thanks to, of course, Spirit and God, and to you. But today, though, I wanted to kind of express that you don't have to chase anything in this world, in this life. You attract it, and you got to believe that what's for you will come to you, that the doors will close, they need to be closed, and the ones that need to be open will open. And sometimes you got to create those doors in your life. You got to create momentum. But you got to learn to become the observer in your reality. But then you got to learn how to let that reality go. You got to learn how to express and then let go of the expression. Sometimes it's hard when you want things in life and you're praying, and it's hard to let go of that prayer because you're constantly reminded of the situations you're going through. That the reason you said that prayer, well, you gotta let that prayer go. Also, you gotta let God go to do what God needs to do in your life. I'm actually here with my daughter, man. So it's been 5 years since we actually spent time together, and if you know my story, I've been locked up, incarcerated and stuff, and I've been out almost a year now, and things are unfolding the way they need to unfold. But this art competition was one of the things that I worked hard for. Out of 400 applicants, only 64 artists could compete in this contest, and it's a chance to win $20,000, and of course I could use that money, but at the same time, though, is I've already won. You know, God's putting the people back in my life that matter most. But I had to surrender to that process. I had to let the alchemy take control, and it hurts through the purification process. Don't get it wrong, but you start to understand, you start to see though that you need it. He has to mold you, the potter's touch, of course. But also, you gotta do your work yourself too, as well, man. Faith without work is dead. So you gotta do your part too, as well. But it doesn't mean that you gotta go chase everything. What it means though is that you learn what you're worth. You learn who you are, what you're about, what you really believe, what you really want. And you let go of all that mentality of having to do this, having to do that. And you sit down, you sacrifice, and you surrender to the purpose, to the will. Every day when I meditate, I say, I do not chase, I attract. What is for me comes to me. I trust the Divine Mother, the Divine Father, the Divine Spirit. I trust the divine process, the divine will, the divine timing, that the right people will show up at the right place at the right time, right when I need them. I trust the universe, for I'm always taken care of. I'm always sheltered. I always have security. I am free. I am blessed, and it's true. It's just, I just want to express a little bit of this, and I'm fixing to head out to this competition in a couple hours, and got my workout in, my meditation in, making this quick video. But yeah, man, just stay blessed, man.